Welcome to New Sky TV. Shocking revelation. Guo Yuxin rejected a 30 million yuan endorsement. Don't be naive. The stable's production studio is the real data emperor of the short drama world. 3 billion views are all bubble. These days, the short drama industry is even better at acting than the entertainment industry. Guo Yuxin, a name suddenly exploded across the screen. Rejected a 30 million yuan on-the-line loan endorsement. Played the second female lead only to hone her acting skills. Holding 3 billion views yet remaining as clear-headed as a sage monk? A press release from her team, the phrase "as serene as a chrysanthemum" was welded directly onto the trending search terms. Fans went wild, and casual observers exclaimed, "Finally, a breath of fresh air has emerged in the Chinese short drama world." A breath of fresh air? Don't rush to put on your eye drops. The sophisticated leading lady script that moved you to tears, while Guo Yuxin is on stage, the real ruthless character behind the scenes is stable's production studio. These people aren't playing with acting prowess to create legends, they were creating gods through data, conveniently humiliating the entire short drama industry, and then asking, "Is this bubble sweet?" On February 21st, a third-party monitoring chart exploded, piercing through the facade. The so-called 3 billion views was exposed. In the graph, on the day Summer of Fendra officially announced it had surpassed 3 billion views, the number of views skyrocketed like it had been struck by lightning, a flagpole reaching the heavens. And then, like a paraplegic, it slumped down, a complete collapse. The industry has given this spectacle an elegant name, pulse-like data. In plain terms, it's been manipulated. The image is too beautiful to bear. It's like a university physical fitness test. You normally run 800 meters and are panting like a broken bellows, then on the day of the test, you chug 2 cans of Red Bull, flying like Su Bingxian for the first 100 meters, only to kneel on the ground and vomit after crossing the finish line. The data soared, but half the battle was lost. Guo Yuxin's refusal of endorsements was essentially the studio giving this data corpse artificial respiration, while casually dusting it off with powder. You think they refused the 30 million? Wrong, they refused the public opinion risk of on-the-line lending endorsement. In today's era of overwhelming anti-fraud propaganda, which actor would dare to accept an online lending endorsement? That's like lighting a lantern in the toilet, courting death. It's less about sober-mindedness and more about the muscle memory of the risk control department. This move is called retreating to advance. Using a non-existent moral test, they plated the already inflated 3 billion queen with a layer of 24K pure gold. Fans were tearing each other apart outside, while capital inside was counting money until their hands cramped. As for Guo Yuxin herself, she was the most beautiful pawn in this game. The copywriting for refusing endorsements was written by the team, the script for honing acting skills was provided by the company, and even the 3 billion views were most likely generated by servers in the server room working day and night. This isn't a victory for the actors, it's a display of capital's prowess. On the assembly line of the stable studio, new top influencers are produced every day. Data is the feed, trending topics are the packaging, and personas are the selling points. They understand perfectly that what audiences love is no longer the drama itself, but the illusion of purity off-screen. They precisely feed this illusion, and then, in the moment you're moved to tears, they conveniently empty your wallet and drain your data. The scoop unearthed is more stimulating than you imagine. The company's equity, when traced back to its core, reveals a complex and ambiguous relationship with a related party deeply involved in on-the-line financial promotion. What a coincidence. Guo Yuxin's refusal was precisely for on-the-line lending endorsements. Is this wealth cannot corrupt drama a genuine display of integrity, or a marketing ploy to siphon money from one pocket to another? I can't say for sure, but in the rules of the game of capital, there's no such thing as coincidence, only a closed loop of interests. What is a closed loop of interests? It's when someone uses refusing on-the-line loans to build a facade of chastity, while related companies continue to reap huge profits in the on-the-line lending market. Guo Yuxin's innocence has become the most ironic fig leaf in the entire chain. So, stop focusing on Guo Yuxin's crying scene and discussing whether she deserves to be hailed as a goddess. What you should really look at is the standardized star-making assembly line behind her. Find a newcomer with audience appeal, use an extremely symbolic script, for example, using the 3 stages of roses to correspond to the 3 stages of love. as if afraid the audience wouldn't understand, spend money to create a burst of viral data, and then quickly label the artist as powerful and sane, inflating their commercial valuation. As for acting skills, that's something to discuss in the acting's topic on trending topics, unrelated to data reports. But what's most chilling isn't the data fabrication itself, but that this assembly line is mass-producing a new type of data personality. Look at Guo Yuxin's interviews. Every sentence seems printed from a character template. I don't want to be defined. I want to play characters with flesh and blood. Traffic is illusory. Works are real. Every word is correct. Every sentence is safe. So safe it's like an AI with its soul drained reading a script. This isn't an actress speaking. It's Capital using her mouth to shout to the market, "Look, this is our high-quality asset. Come invest." Fans flood the comments with "Sister is so insightful." Unaware that this insight comes from a marketing meeting, from data analysts distilling the most likable persona from millions of comments. Guo Yuxin doesn't need her own thoughts. She only needs to perfectly portray the role of a clear-headed female celebrity, more diligently than any other role she plays in short dramas. The most ruthless move by the production company is packaging this data-driven idolization process as a rags-to-riches story. They make the audience believe that Guo Yuxin worked her way up from humble beginnings, relying on talent and clarity to get to where she is today. They deliberately leaked details of her refusal to endorse to make fans feel like they had discovered the truth, thus generating a stronger sense of protectiveness. This is the highest level of emotional manipulation, making you think you are supporting a living, breathing person, when in reality you are just contributing to a meticulously designed business model. Guo Yuxin's clarity is scripted clarity. Guo Yuxin's refusal is a refusal within the profit chain. Guo Yuxin's 3 billion is just bubbles spewed out by servers. While you are moved to tears by her interview late at night, the operators at the stable's production studio are watching the real-time growth curve of data, clinking glasses to celebrate another successful emotional harvest. Your tears, in their eyes, are KPIs. The most ironic part of this play is that Guo Yuxin is acting out someone else's story in the short drama, but in real life, she is even acting herself. That gentle and refined chrysanthemum is not growing in the soil at all, but a plastic prop stuck in foam. When the wind blows, the chrysanthemum doesn't fall, but the foam bursts first. When the bubble bursts, the production company will have already used this surge in traffic to incubate the next Guo Yuxin, continuing the next comeback of a clear-headed female lead. When everyone starts pursuing the myth of filming in 3 days, 3 billion views, who will still diligently work on scripts and refine their acting? Those actors who have toiled for 10 years and are still playing minor roles suddenly find that the newcomer next door, who has only been in the industry for 3 months, has become a top influencer with a set of pulse-like data, receiving countless advertising offers. Do you think they are convinced? If they are, they'll follow suit. If they aren't, they'll be eliminated. This is the ultimate form of Gresham's law. It's not that you don't work hard, it's that your efforts are worthless in the face of the data bubble. On February 19th, some short video platforms had already begun to strengthen their monitoring of abnormal data. Isn't this signal clear? The tide is about to recede. Those top influencers propped up by pulse-like data will be exposed as either naked or in their underwear. Whether Guo Yuxin's 3 billion views are genuine national recognition or just a numbers game played in a data lab will be revealed across all platforms in a few months. Looking back at that promotional press release, every line seemed to say, "The audience's eyes are discerning." I just want to laugh now. The audience's eyes are indeed discerning, but even discerning eyes can't withstand someone pouring sand into their eyes. The mirage of 3 billion views is so dazzling that it's hard to open one's eyes. Who remembers to distinguish which grain of sand is real gold and which is glass shard? Guo Yuxin said in an interview, "I don't want to be held hostage by traffic." But now, she's being paraded through the streets in a sedan chair carried by traffic. That sedan chair is called 3 Billion Queen, the people carrying it are called Stable Production Studio, and the road beneath it is called Data Fraud. She sits upright in the sedan chair, smiling politely, with elegant posture, waving to the cheering fans along the street. The fans are moved to tears. Look how clear-headed, how insightful, how unswayed by worldly affairs our sister is. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. Thank you.